You guys are currently in Iron Slag. You entered into the upper section of Iron Slag, and you'd made your way through the mines, and you're here to try and just put a halt to their operation, as the fire giants had made a deal with the Drow on behalf of the Zentarum. They stole Megara the Dawn Titan from the forge at Gauntle Grim and traded it to the Duke's son, and then in turn they've completed the Vonadod and unleashed Megara the Dawn Titan into the Vonadod, powering it up. You guys are here not to actually stop the Vonadod, but instead putting a stop to their operations, so if the Vonadod is damaged, then it won't be able to be repaired. And also, obviously, these fire giants need to be stopped. So you've entered through the upper level, and you've jumped down into the forges. A battle ensued with all of the fire giants that are smithing, and that battle moved up to the Duckess in the northern areas of the lower level. You guys fought through the Duckess, and there were actually a couple of drow present. As you guys fought your way through all of those, one of the drows did flee, and you still have not found the Duke's son, Zaltemba. You had defeated the Duchess, however, and we ended the session with you guys opening these giant doors. So you've pushed open these massive doors. This place is hot, sweltering heat, and even the doors almost kind of burn your hands as you push them open. You swing them open, and you're in an area that you recognize, a very long hallway. This is where you'd gone up to the war room to gain the ingot of the skull room by finding this iron golem. So you take a look down this enormous hallway. There are massive flaming braziers set into alcoves, and about 200 feet away, standing at the end of the hallway, looking quite small from this distance, are two ogres just kind of standing around in full plate. They got great swords. One of them's using the great sword to scratch the back of its head. The other one's kind of leaning against it and kind of falling over. And beyond those two ogres, there's some goblins running around. They're just running around, and the ogres are just kind of, I mean, they're pretty far away. They kind of look like they're squinting at you guys. So they don't come towards you guys or do anything hostile. They're just looking at the moment, scratching their heads.
So, do we go forward?
Yes.
Take it from here.
You can hit them from here?
Yeah. Can hit him from the next town, probably.
5 gold says you miss.
Alright. I'm still having to shoot one of the ogres.
Okay.
Where's my...
I'll roll initiative.
I'm gonna yell at him to go prone.
That's fair.
Alrighty. Roderick's
They
gonna
won't
try and
understand.
snipe them from a couple of 100 feet away. Thomas,
Well,
what do you do
there we
when
are.
Roderick's knocking an arrow into his longbow and drawing back to shoot?
Run forward to be with everybody else. Can't see anything, so I'll dodge.
Rand.
Yeah, start moving forward. I yell out, "Watch out! Watch out! You're under attack!"
Is it 5 gold per shot, or is it just the first
Do
shot?
you are you trying to actually trick the ogres?
I'm just yelling it out. What they do is up to them.
If you want
But
to,
actually, no,
commit,
because I'm not.
if you want to commit
because I'm
to
bet-
it,
I'm-
it would take your action. Is what I'm saying.
That's fine. Yeah, it can take my action.
All right, make a deception check.
All right.
Well, I mean, I don't know. They are under attack.
Just want to win 5 gold.
Alright, the ogres, they yell back to you. Quick, run! Come here, we protect you!
nice guys.
Roll the deception check, Seb.
So, I suppose I'm just. I mean, I could do like a not sharpshooter, but that's lame. Let's get. Oh yeah, nice.
Which one are you shooting? There's 2 ogres.
It doesn't matter which one. I'll go for the top one.
Okay. The arrow, it doesn't even make it halfway down the hallway before you hit a wall.
If it doesn't make it past Rend, he doesn't know. First try.
First
try.
Alright, you send an arrow in a high arc, screaming all the way across the hallway, and it sticks into the ogre's neck. The ogre lets out a yell of pain.
Then my second attack.
That third arrow, it
Second.
falls about 20 feet short of the ogre.
Alright.
Norin.
Okay. I can't really. I can't. Even if I move the full 30 feet, I'm not going to be within range to throw javelins or anything at them. That's 30 feet. How far away are they? You know what? I'm just going to hold an action. If one moves within range of a javelin, I'll chunk it at him. So 120 feet from me.
Alright, the ogres see the arrows flying and they see all the party chasing Ren down the hallway, and the ogre rushes forward and he gets within your javelin range, Norin.
He's in the javelin zone. Oh, what a throw.
The javelin bounces off the ogre's armor and the ogre starts waving towards you, Ren. Quick, run! Get behind us! We're gonna save you!
They're actually pretty nice.
Run! This one does the same thing. We protect you! A hobgoblin appears from around the corner.
Oh, they're a little smarter.
He's got chainmail and a shield, and when he sees you guys, he quickly runs back, ducking behind a corner, and then you can hear him like yelling out orders in Goblinoid. Grugag! Gugugog! Gunigugu!
How do you speak Goblin?
He says, quick! Run! Get into formation! Gunigugu!
20 foot radius formation, go.
You're not sure what Gunigugu means.
No, yeah, I'm definitely.
Alright, I'm just doing some movement.
Yeah, the translation was what you actually heard there.
Yes. Like, literally it translates to Gunigugu in Goblinoid. Alrighty, Lily.
Gonna come forward, and I got nothing with that kind of range. I'm just gonna dodge until I can do something better.
Alright, this goblin sees you guys and sees the ogres running and yells out to other goblins, "We under attack! Get your bow! Shut them!" And goblins start running forward and launching arrows at disadvantage. And they're pretty much all gonna... well, they might swap up their targets. This one's at Norin. Miss. Another goblin runs forward and shoots an arrow at Roderick. All of these attacks are at disadvantage. That's a miss.
So miss.
They've only got short bows. And this one's going to shoot at Roderick. Miss. Another goblin runs forward and shoots at Norin. The arrow misses. Another goblin comes around the corner and shoots at Roderick. And there are a lot of goblins. More of them keep on piling forward. Here comes another arrow flying across the hallway. And Nara. Miss. And a couple of goblins are going to dash. This one's going to shoot an arrow at Norrin. And that misses. I mean, the goblins are not very accurate with these long-range attacks. A couple more goblins come rushing forward. This one's going to fire. Actually, 1, 2, 3. 3 of them are going to all fire at Roderick. Next 3 attacks. And one of them almost hits you, but doesn't. Yep. And I'm going to just do some more movement. Alright, 2 more arrows fired at Lily. And the arrows are just flying across the hallway. Most of them don't even make it all the way. Some of them hit the ceiling, some of them hit the walls, and most of the arrows are just breaking on impact as more goblins are shuffling forward. You can hear them all gaggling. I was doing some more movement. Okay. That's a fair few of them. Nara.
Nara's gonna dash.
Alrighty. They start to get into a bit of a loose battle formation now. Thomas.
Commotion is. Oh, that's the commotion.
Commotion is a bunch of goblins in a 20-foot radius formation.
They're an awfully long ways away.
Just dimension door in and hope you roll the fireball on it.
That would be pretty sweet. Alright, so... Ooh. Alright, good. I'll just shoot a firebolt at this one in the very front. That one.
You've got spell sniper.
Yeah.
Okay. And you snipe the goblin.
Nice.
He's so far away, it just looks like a tiny little flash of smoke and fire from this distance.
Excellent.
Ren.
Alright,
The ogres are ushering you. Go, 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 go! And they're waving their hands in between themselves.
Do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and dash.
Disengage! Disengage! They say as you run by Nara. You're safe now.
And
Do
Okay,
not hurt
stay
you
right there.
anymore. Roderick.
So, I'm gonna shoot the top one with some more.
That's another direct hit. Straight into the ogre's neck.
And then, do I get Ren to betray them? Actually, nah. Probably get an opportunity attack anyway. Just command him to attack now, but nah, I'll just take another shot.
And a third arrow into the ogre's neck. It roars out in agony as blood sprays everywhere. Yet this massive beast still doesn't fall.
I'm coming for you.
Norrin.
Okay, running another 30 feet forward. We're doing this 30 feet at a time. Alright, they're within dart distance. So we'll start throwing darts. We'll start with the one that's very hurt already.
That's a hit. And the dart hits you, you're straight in the eyeball. It topples over dead.
Alright, we'll go start throwing at the other one.
That's a hit. The ogre interposes itself in front of Ren, and the dart sticks into the ogre's arm.
Norman will yell. Norman will yell down the hallway. You will not get away from us.
That's another hit. And the ogre dives in front of Ren. Takes a dart to the neck. Oh!
This is so dumb.
The ogre's going to stand forward and interpose himself and dodge. No! Get away!
Oh, curse your sudden yet inevitable betrayal, Rend.
The hobgoblin appears from around the corner and yells out to the ogre, "What are you doing, you idiot? There's an enemy behind you!" No, I'm facing... That was before when I was facing the behind them! No, there's one right there! You idiot! And the
Go for the hobgoblin.
Shoots at Ren with a longbow. The arrow misses, and the ogre turns around and shakes his fist. Damn you, hobgoblin! For your something an unbelievable betrayal!
Can't even say it right.
Hobgoblin just slaps his forehead.
I'll get him for you.
You're the best, he says. Alright, some more hobgoblins start appearing around the corner. Actually, the one that just shot's going to go back around the corner. And another one takes a shot at Ren with a longbow. Misses. And then he also disappears around the corner. And another hobgoblin shoots at Ren. And misses. And another one shoots at Ren. They're popping out, firing arrows, and then trying to take some cover by disappearing back around the corner. Another one shoots at Ren. And that arrow hits. It hits you for 7 piercing damage, Ren, from its martial advantage.
Alright.
The hobgoblin moves back a bit, and another one shoots at you. Whoops. Disregard that. Miss. And more. You can just hear like some more shuffling and whatnot. Some more hobgoblins getting into position. Okay. Lily.
Lily is just not a long-range wizard. She's going to take a dash action. And just jump in here and take some cover.
Alright, when you're standing there, Lily, this brazier is like searing hot. And there's only a small gap in between it and the wall. You'll need to make an acrobatic check to slip in without touching the side of the burning brazier.
I do not.
Alright. Alright, this cauldron, I'll just double check the damage. It's it burns.
2 fireballs.
It's not that bad. It does burn quite a lot though. You touch your shoulder against it and it burns you for 9 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I had to use my action to get here, so.
You're also subject to extreme heat. If you spend more than an hour in that alcove, you'll have to make a constitution saving throw.
Alright, everybody, remind me in 1 hour.
Alright, goblins start running forward. And they've been directed to pretty much shoot Ren now. This one's going to fire a short bow at Ren. The arrow hits you for 5 piercing damage.
Alright.
The second goblin runs forward and shoots at Ren. And another arrow hits you for 5 piercing damage. Third goblin runs forward, fires at Ren, and misses. Here comes another one, shooting at Ren. Miss. and they just keep on piling forward. There's probably about 30 of them from what you've seen. That one hits you for 7 piercing damage. Here comes another one firing at you. Miss. And another one. That hits for 6 piercing damage.
Alright.
Actually, yeah, still hits you.
Yeah.
An 18. They're at disadvantage now though, because of the short bow range. So more of them come forward, but they just basically pepper arrows towards you, Rend. All of these will be at disadvantage. Miss. And another arrow. Miss. And another one. Miss. 2 more goblins run forward and fire at you. And both of those arrows miss. And another 2 pop up from behind the corner and fire at you, Rend. And they both miss. And then 6 more will fire at Roderick at disadvantage. And one of them almost hits you, Roderick, but all it does is bounce off your beard. More goblins are shifting forward as well. I'm just doing some more movement. Okay. Nara.
Nara will dash.
The ogre steps in front of Rend. You're not gonna get him, he said to Nara. Thomas.
Alright, I'll just keep running forward. And yeah, I'll just actually I'll shoot one that's way far back. Shoot that one.
Okay. And the goblin turns into a little puff of
sorry.
smoke and fire.
Sorry, I shouldn't have bless.
16 still gets the goblin. Rend.
Alright. Don't worry, I'll protect you. And then, talking to the ogre.
Oh, I protect you!
So you said if I use my bonus action to rage, I can move 20?
Yeah,
Since that's...
as part of
Okay,
the same
then.
bonus action.
You're right. Okay. In that case, then, I'm
Do you want me
going to
to
go
add
ahead and
those-
rage.
Do you want me to add those features to your character sheet?
If you can.
Yeah.
I was looking at a summary here online while I was doing so. So then, go ahead.
It's called one of them's called Instinctive Pounce, and then I'll just like, oh maybe I'm just spelling it wrong. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm spelling it wrong. And then the other one's called Primal Knowledge. You'll need to pick the 2 skills, but I've added them so you'll at least be able to like see them.
Okay.
On your thing, or not?
Thank you, sir.
Actually, maybe.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay. In that case, so I moved 40, so I'm a rage. And then step to there. And I'm a great weapon master in reckless attack this guy right there behind me.
And that's it. That goblin just gets cut into about 32 different pieces.
Then I'll keep swinging around and hit the other guy. Try to hit the other guy.
And that's a hit. And that just absolutely destroys the shit out of the goblin. It is just arms and legs go flying everywhere.
Call back to the ogre. I got a couple of them. And I'll end my turn there.
Ogre says, "No, you idiot! Not a good guy." What did you do to him? You doing magic? He shakes his fist at you all.
he's still totally on Rin's side.
Roderick.
I'm gonna shoot this hobgoblin at the front. Or attempt to.
This guy over here.
Yep.
And that is a perfect hit. Straight into the hobgoblin's neck. He drops to the ground dead.
And then I'll see if we can get the next one as well.
And
So I can know.
the arrow snaps as you draw back on it. Norin.
This guy's dodging, right?
Yeah.
Nora's pretty hard to hit. Move 30 feet forward. Okay. I'm gonna start throwing javelins. First one will be at this particular goblin.
So I missed the goblin. I had something covering it.
The one closest to us.
Hit. And the javelin just goes straight through the goblin, killing it straight away.
Okay. Then this one here. So just going in a line.
Another hit. And that cuts the goblin down, impales it.
And then one more. This one here.
And that's another hit. You fling the javelin across the hall. It arcs up wide and then smashes down into the goblin, scattering it across the floor.
Alright. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, this ogre
Get the bearded one.
is going to try and tackle Nara to the ground. Nara, make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
I'll hold him down, good buddy.
He's protecting me.
Run.
Tries to jump on Nara and tackle her, but Nara just pushes the ogre off of herself. The ogre's then going to move here. Keep running and never stop!
Yes, my friend.
Alright, a heap of hobgoblins now are running out from behind their cover and firing longbows. And actually this one, instead, he is going to take a dash action and he's going to run up to you, Ren, and start kind of goading you a little bit, and then more hobgoblins move forward and start firing their longbows. They're all going to be shooting at you, Ren. Miss. Another one shoots at you. Miss.
No, that hits.
Oh,
19.
you were reckless.
Yeah.
Alright, you're hit for 6 piercing damage. 2 more rush forward and fire at you. And they both miss you. Then they move back. And another one rushes forward. And hits you for 4 piercing damage. Another one fires at you. And it's a crit for 8 points of piercing damage with your resistance. Five more hobgoblins spring forth from behind their cover, and they line up and fire at you, Ren. Hit, crit, and a crit. The first arrow hits you for 3 piercing damage. The second one hits you for 11 piercing damage.
Damn.
And then the next one hits you for 9. And then they all run back. And 2 more step out and fire at you. Both of those arrows miss, and then they duck behind their cover. Lily.
I move 30 feet. So it's that far. And now I can actually reach somebody. I'm going to try to ding dong doom this guy that's in my reach.
The hobgoblin grabs its neck as it starts to choke on its own blood. It falls down to its knees and lets out a roar of defeat. Ah! No! Mister! I have failed you!
You would have taken so long to die.
Never forget everything I do for you. Curse you all! And then it just dies. Alright, the goblins. They're gonna rush you. One of them's gonna run straight up to you. You can tell that he's shaking nervously, but the hobgoblins are pointing. You, run up! Draw your scimitar, fight! And he basically intimidates the goblin into approaching Ren in melee. The goblin takes a swing with his eyes closed and misses you. Another goblin rushes you in melee, Ren, and misses. And heap more start to spread out and fire at you with short bows. Miss. Miss. That hits for 2 piercing damage. That hits you for another 2 piercing damage. You'll have cover against this because of the goblins. That misses you, Ren. And another one moves forward and misses. And then 6 more move forward. And they're all going to fire at you, Ren. I just need to check the range though. See if they're at disadvantage. So let me take a look here. These are all regular shots. Advantage and disadvantage. Let's do all 6 at once. And you'll hit a few times. The first one hits you for 5. The second one hits you for 2. And the final one hits you for 4. 5, 2, and 4.
Alright.
2 more goblins run forward, shooting their short bows at you. And one of them hits you for 3 piercing damage.
I mean, Ren's got to look like a pincushion by now, right?
That's what I was figuring.
I can run into him and it does damage to him.
Yeah.
5 more.
You've got the spiked armor. You're actually the dwarf barbarian now. But,
Alright, you hit for another 6 points of damage, Rend, with those 3 shots. And then these final 2 are straight shots. And they both miss you.
Alright. Is that all you got?
I didn't hear no bell.
Nara.
Got dash again.
Thomas.
It's getting old. I'm going to dimension door. I can find. Then I'll quicken another firebolt at this guy way back here.
It's a hit. The firebolt incinerates the goblin. Dead.
I'm sorry, I was on mute. I'm attack the hobgoblin here. Yeah, screw it. We'll do reckless and great weapon master.
That hits. You hack into the hobgoblin captain, hitting him for 27 damage, and he is badly hurt. But that's not enough to finish him off.
Try again.
That's another hit. And you just cut the captain straight down. Blood sprays through the air. The captain falls.
Alright, I guess I'll use my bonus on the guy in front of me there.
You can hear Thomas is just like.
That's a hit.
Burn, burn.
And the goblin just screams. Bits of goblin fly all over the room.
That's it.
Roderick.
All right. Running up, or shuffling up, as my stubby little legs can go. And then I think 50 feet. I'm gonna put a spike growth centered around there.
I'll give you the template and you can mess around with it and put it where you want. It's a 20-foot radius. I'll expand this one. There we go. 20-foot radius.
So I think somewhere like there is good. Get in the way of those hobgoblins running out.
I see all these massive thorny vines start to weave in and out of the ground, wrapping around all of the goblins' legs.
Yeah, and if I was within 30 feet of your end, I would use shield bond, but I'm
Run as fast as your little legs can take you.
yeah. I mean, I was considering actually running as fast as I could, but that's like a dash, so I get to 50 feet and then use Zephyr to get another 80, but that would have still put me like
Norrin.
far.
Alright, let's go for the hobgoblins that I can see. I can see this guy here. You know what, first, I'm actually gonna go ahead and try to take out the goblin that's in front of Rind right now, because I don't want... Seems that the hobgoblins are a little better when they have a buddy next to whoever they're attacking, so...
Have some sort of advantage.
Yeah, something like that.
Hit. And you arc the javelin up over Nara and straight down onto the goblin and just lays the goblin out.
Alright, and I'll throw one at this hobgoblin.
And he's got 3/4 cover, but you've got sharpshooter, so you need
Yeah.
to see just his neck, and that's a hit. And that kills the hobgoblin.
Nice. Can I see this one here?
No, he's got total cover from you.
Okay, I figured he did. I'll go ahead and go for one of these. I'll go for the goblin that's on the edge. That way. They still have to kind of move through.
Hit. And the javelin cuts the goblin straight down.
Okay. That's it.
Alright, the hobgoblins yell out some orders. goblinoid, and then some of them are on the edge of the growth, so they're able to just move out without taking any damage. And that's what this one does. And he takes a actually he just runs straight up. Actually wait, I think he'll be cut off by that corner. No, he runs straight up to Rend, and drawing a longsword he attacks Rend. Miss. Another one moves forward, fires a longbow at Rend. And it's a crit. Hits you for 8 points of piercing damage.
Spit blood at him.
Another hobgoblin maneuvers around and fires a longbow at Rend. And that's a miss due to cover. Another one appears and fires at Rend. It's a crit.
Alright, I gotta do Relentless Rage.
Okay.
Con save. The first one I'll make because my bonus is enough, so.
Alrighty.
So I got one hit point.
You guys see the arrow just like stick into like the side of Rend's face, and he just pulls it out and throws it on the ground, and he's like clearly got just like a hole in his face, but he's still standing. Alright, Hobgoblin's gonna move one space through the spike growth, so we'll take 2d4 piercing damage. He gets cut up and he takes a dash action. And he just starts sprinting forward, and some more hobgoblins are gonna step out. One of them's gonna fire at Rend, and another crit.
Alright, DC is 15 this time.
You rip another arrow out of yourself and throw it on the ground. Another hobgoblin. He just yells out, "Why won't he die?" Miss.
He's too angry to die.
Miss. Here comes another one. Miss. Another one. That's a crit.
Oh, shit. Alright, so we're up to what, 20 now? Here we go. Oh!
And you're still standing. There's one more. He appears around the corner. And
Shit.
it's a hit.
So now we're 25. Yep. Oh, damn.
Alright, that final arrow causes you to fall unconscious. You fall prone, you drop your axe, and you stop raging because you're incapacitated. Or actually, I think you still... I think you lose it if you're unconscious.
Yeah, if I'm knocked unconscious, it ends.
Okay. Lily.
Oh, that changed what I was going to do. Any of you up there got a healing potion for him?
How far away am I? A little far. I got one here in my pocket, but
Thomas, can you make it?
Yeah, but I think I might wait around because that's a lot of arrows.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Then... Oh, that sucks. Okay. In that case, I'm just going to... What are they? Let's... Actually, I'm not even close enough to hit anybody with anything. Oh, Rand, you messed up all my plans. Why couldn't you be more invulnerable?
They needed one miss. Just one more miss and I would have been okay.
Yeah.
So instead... Sleet Storm doesn't help, damn it. I'm just gonna move forward with a dash. Oh, Nara, you do? Can I instead hold an action instead of dashing forward?
Sure.
I'll go back behind Norin. I'm gonna hold an action to polymorph friend for when he gains consciousness.
Okay.
That'll be my turn. So I'm concentrating on that.
Alright, when you're seen casting a spell, they focus fire on you, Lily. So hobgoblins point you out. I think all of these attacks are going to be at disadvantage. Yeah, they're all going to be disadvantaged. None of the goblins in the spike growth move as well. So hobgoblins fire out commands, barking orders at these goblins. Except for one of them, actually. It just moves out of the way. Alright, a goblin. This one will actually shoot at Roderick. Miss. 9 arrows are fired at Lily, all at disadvantage. And none of them hit you. You've got cover as well. Norin's giving you cover. The other 8 arrows are fired at Roderick at disadvantage. And the arrows are just raining down at you guys, but the goblins are so inaccurate that most of the arrows are slamming onto the ground, hitting the ceiling, or even hitting the lintel above this massive doorway opening before it ever reaching you guys. And that's it for the goblins.
Not even close enough for me to pick up and shoot back. Can't run that far.
Nara.
I'll bonus action a healing word on Rend. And then attack the hobgoblin in front of me.
So that'll trigger my polymorph as well.
Alrighty. So
I'm gonna click it to use it.
polymorph goes off, and I'm assuming Rend is willing.
I think he wanted to be a T-Rex.
Okay.
That's what you wanted, right, Rand?
Who doesn't want to be a T-Rex? Come on.
Alright, you're a prone giant T-Rex. And
Flailing on your back with those little arms.
alright, let me fix that up. T-Rex. For some reason, Compendium doesn't want to load. There we go. Alrighty, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, okay. I'll fix that up in a second. There's an issue that I'm having with Chrome. It just messes up the compendium, so I'm going to load it on Firefox, but just presume he's a T-Rex for now until I get that token sorted out. I'll do that within the next 2 minutes or so.
It's hobgoblin.
Hit. Oh wait, you don't have...
Or that was from last week.
A 16 still hits, anyway. He's just got chainmail. And you cut the hobgoblin down with a single swipe.
Nice.
Attack this one.
That's a hit. And you cut the next hobgoblin down.
And attack that hobgoblin.
Nice.
Alright, you just kick the hobgoblin back against the wall and jam the defender straight through the hobgoblin's chest into the wall, and blood paints the wall. Hobgoblin is dead.
Sweet.
Thomas.
Alright, I'll take out the lyre and take a deep breath and say, to put up a wind wall like right in front of Nara, completely vertical.
Alrighty.
Like,
I'm a T-Rex.
Alright, wind wall, it's 20 feet high? You might want to just pop the description there. I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
everything it does.
sorry.
No, it's like disadvantage on ranged attacks, lightly obscured. I think it's 20 feet high.
Blocks arrows.
Blocks arrows completely.
15 feet high.
Okay, it's 15 feet high, 50 feet long, so you're having it go from wall to wall, I presume.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put a wind token down for that. And so it's lasts for duration. When it appears, that goblin there has to make a strength saving throw. You're doing it like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Area? Okay. And yeah, that goblin's head is just ripped off. It doesn't need to make a saving throw. It just dies. the wind wall turns pink.
Nice. And yeah, that's it.
Alrighty, so
Yeah, I'll move a lot closer.
small or smaller creatures can't get through it. There's no loose objects on the ground. Arrows, bolts, and projectiles are deflected upwards and automatically miss. Alright, let me fix it.
So, my javelins are considered the similar projectiles that are talked about after giants hurling boulders and siege engines, right? Just know it's so damn hard.
All of these goblins types are changed to giant instantly. No way. Basically, that should be more like, let's just say, ranged weapon attacks from medium-sized creatures or smaller, or even huge-sized creatures or smaller, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
I get it.
All right, Rend. Here's your T-Rex character sheet, and should be able to control that now.
Okay.
You can bite a creature, and then you can tail attack a separate creature.
Okay.
You can use half your movement speed to stand up, so it's
All right.
25 feet to stand up.
Alright, so... And then he can... Oops. Whoa, what just happened?
Oops, I lost
My map
myself.
went black.
There we go.
Oh. So I can get there. Okay. So he will bite the hobgoblin, or I'll bite the hobgoblin. Bite. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And where do I roll the?
Click attack in the chat box there next to your attack roll. Click the word attack.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Right, you let out a screech and bring your head down, and you swallow the hobgoblin whole. You don't even have to chew. Gulp.
And then I'm gonna tail whip this guy because he's 10 feet.
I think you've actually moved into the spike growth there as well. You'll take 2d4 piercing damage. Actually, that should have slowed you down. That's as far. Yeah, that's as far as you could have got because the spike growth is difficult terrain. So
okay.
Yeah, that's your 20 feet of movement. If you were to move forward, that would have been 30.
So if I move down 5?
Sure, you can do that instead.
Then I can hit the hobgoblin?
Yeah.
Tail whip the hobgoblin? Okay.
Yeah, he's got half cover, and that hits him. I'll use your same attack roll.
Oh, okay.
18 hits him, just, and squashes him against the wall. Just breaks every bone in the hobgoblin's body as you slam him into the wall with your tail.
I roar.
The goblins are just screaming at this stage. Ah! It's a dragon! Roderick.
It's 20. How far from the closest thing? I suppose I'll just dash.
Norin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll tell. Well, Lily doesn't have to worry about the goblins anymore, so I'm just gonna dash 60 feet. That's it.
There's a few hobgoblins and retreat! They start yelling for retreat while trying to take out the T-Rex, peppering it with arrows. First shot misses. Another hobgoblin moves up, shoots at the T-Rex, misses. Another one shoots at the T-Rex and hits for 2 piercing damage. 2 more fire. First one hits the T-Rex for 3 piercing damage, and second one misses the T-Rex, and the hobgoblins start retreating. Lily.
Lily just runs forward, staying behind Doran. I don't have the range to do anything else.
The goblins yell, first you tell us to stand still, then you tell us to retreat! It's a red dragon, run! And one of them moves 3 spaces through the spike growth. Another one moves 3 spaces through the spike growth. This one is incinerated. Another one is, well, not incinerated, but torn into shreds.
It's a bit like a blender.
Another goblin moves 2 spaces through it. And it shreds itself to death. One of them moves 1 space through the spike growth. And he managed to get out alive. And I think the rest are all going to dash away. They can all get out without taking any damage. So I'll just do their movement speeds. And a couple more. But basically they start fleeing. They start running away when they see the scary dragon. The red dragon. Just a couple more moves. Okay. Nara.
I guess I'm just gonna dodge.
Thomas.
I'll drop the wind wall.
The wind wall goes down.
We hear a hobgoblin call out, "Attack!"
Are you gonna ride Rend?
Can't
It's
can't
Doran's
see
job.
anything, but yeah, I'll dash.
As you move into this room, it looks like a kitchen. There's a large churning oven in the middle of the room and a bunch of these massive 9-foot tall granite slabs that constitute as tables.
I'll do my whisper version of at that lone goblin I can see.
And he sees the fire bolt coming towards him as the T-Rex stands over you. It's a dragon's breath! And it thinks it gets incinerated by the dragon's breath. Alright, Tyrannosaurus Ren.
Alright. Let's see. So, some ran down this way too?
Yeah,
They all run this
they're
way?
all scattering south.
In case, I guess I'll eat some. Well, shit.
Can I drop the spike on someone else's turn?
On your turn. You can drop it, but not on other people's turn.
You could just hit me so I lose concentration.
Run over.
My fire breath has to recharge.
Okay. Was it D6?
I'll just move back in case anybody wants to squeeze past me.
I can take a dodge.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, that.
Roderick, you drop the spike growth.
Yep. Then I will dash.
Norin.
Rend is large enough to not hinder movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 30 feet. Wow. Can't see anything but this one lone hobgoblin.
Well, he shouldn't be there. If you can see one.
Yeah, I can see one right there.
Let me refresh the page and see if it changes it.
Oh yeah, he's gone. Okay.
It sounds like a lot of them. I can hear all the shuffling in between these two tables.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm gonna dash. There. Ah, yeah. Okay. Which I wouldn't be able to see a lot of those, but I would be able to see some of them. But
It's just
I dashed.
very
So
large group just fleeing in between the tables.
That's it.
Alright, the hobgoblin. He's going to turn back. I will cover you all. And he rushes you. You don't scare me. Prepare to die. And he attacks you in melee. Alright.
Okay.
Ha! I see you know the I miss technique. Not bad. But I meant to do that, he says.
Sure, buddy. Whatever you want to think.
Other hobgoblins are barking out commands in goblinoid. You can hear a bunch of goblins squabbling. And there is a large sound of shuffling armor moving away from you guys. Lily.
Run up and try to ding dong doom this guy.
Alright, his entire face turns black with rot. His eyes are pussing, and he's coughing up this purple liquid. Just merely a flesh wound.
Yeah,
Couple of
note to self,
goblins.
don't use that when near people.
Jump out from behind these granite blocks for a couple of sneaky shots at you guys. Someone's gonna fire at Norin. Miss. Another one fires at Norin. Miss. Another one fires at Norin. All coming from the east. Miss. The rest seem to just flee. Run! Nara.
Oh, dash.
Thomas.
I'll cast fly from the lyre myself. Fly 60 feet this way. Um, but I'll stay below the level of the table for this turn.
Okay. Tyrannosaurus Ren.
Boom, boom, boom. And he'll bite that dude. I'll try to anyway.
It's a miss. The hobgoblin managed to jump out of the way.
And it looks like I can't tail whip him. It has to be somebody else. Can't make. Yeah. Okay.
So you basically force your face down onto the goblin, and when your lips hit the ground, you forget to bite, and you take your head up, and you realize that the hobgoblin just kind of went into the gap of your mouth.
Damn it.
Yeah, I will run up. To the best of my ability. Can't see any further. I reckon they got that hobgoblin, so I will keep running. I mean, I can technically see through a gap down to those ones down there, but
That'd be blocked.
Yeah, I think it's just the line of sight blocking is just in the middle of the thing, so I can see.
It should be more like this.
Yeah, because I can see like through there. Well, I could, which is perfect. Yeah, is all I'll do.
All right.
All right. Let's try to get rid of the one in front of me. Real quick. Take Kelly out of the sheath.
And you just take a sweep with your longsword and cut the hobgoblin's head clean off of its shoulder.
Alright, step over his dead body. And I'm going to throw some javelins. We'll throw one at... Do any of these hobgoblins look like they're in charge? Have like
No.
more than just chainmail? Okay. Well then we'll go for this one first. The furthest one away. Throw a javelin.
Hat. Hobgoblin turns around and as the javelin's flying across the hall. No, no, no! Oh wait, I think I'm good. No wait! Ah! And the javelin gets him as he's trying to jump out of the way. He just jumps into it. Dead.
Alright, and let's try to get the one right behind him. No,
That's a miss. It bounces off the hobgoblin's armor.
That's it.
And hobgoblins stop and they return fire. They all... Ready! Aim! But they don't fire.
You forgot the last word.
They're gonna take a step back, and then they're gonna do that, kind of going down onto one knee, drawing back on their bowstrings. Lily.
Oops. I don't know how far I moved. I think I was here. So.
I think you were one space to the right, I think, because I could see you, all of your token, and I can't see all of
I was there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally. I'm going to come running down this way. 30. And then I'm going to dash a little farther.
The hobgoblins yell out a command to these goblins. Gukak! Mukak! Gubliat Gak! And all of a sudden, whatever they said, it fills this goblin with some resolve. It draws its scimitar and it comes wading into melee with Nara. And it completely misses. But that's when the 3 hobgoblins all loose their arrows at Norin. And one of the arrows hits you
Okay.
for 14 piercing damage.
Alrighty. Killing that one first.
2 more goblins poke their heads around the corner from the east. They both shoot at Norin with their short bows. They miss. And they run back. And a bunch more goblins, they turn around and they just return some cover fire. They're all going to be at disadvantage and they're all going to be at Norin. 9 arrows, here they come.
Okay.
And every single arrow misses. They scatter all over the ground. A couple of them are deflected off your armor. And then they're gonna continue running to the south, where there's a couple of ogres hanging around.
Rend. More ogres.
I can wait.
Okay.
My people.
Goblin.
That hits. And you obliterate the goblin, cutting straight through it, slicing it into pieces. Thomas,
How high are these tables?
they're 9 feet tall.
Alright, can I fly up to 15 feet?
Okay.
Ooh, I'm in the wall, in the table.
And that's what you're seeing from above the table.
Thomas is very excited. I can just find it. Yep, I'll just cast this with a 6th level slot.
Gee.
Oh no, I've got a 4th. I'll do it with a 4th. I thought I was out of.
The goblins are instantly incinerated. As you cast that spell, there's a little bit of a buzz in the weave. Roll on the Wild Magic Surge table.
It's even more blue.
You turn so blue, you're so blue, Thomas, that you just like kind of break the spectrum of colors and you return back to normal color. The ogre gets scorched for 30 damage. Ha ha! Me survive dragon fire, he says. So let me just.
Oh, there's a bunch of them down there.
Not really.
There was.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's 2 ogres in it as well. Let me roll for the other one.
My people.
He takes 15 damage. 2 saints. These ogres have been standing guard, but they're going to join initiative now.
Then I'll go ahead and dash to these last 2 guys. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Or, hold on, I can't. Jeez, I'm trying to get like in between them. It's like somewhere in there. Yeah.
Alright, these ogres are going to protect the king, they say. And one of them runs forward and he throws a javelin up at you, Thomas. And misses you. And another one runs forward. For the king! And the javelin hits. 8 piercing damage.
I'll shield it. Second level slot.
You cast shield and the javelin bounces off you and lands on the table. There's just a bunch of like mugs and plates and food scattered all over these tables. Roderick.
Is it half movement to mount something?
Yes. Takes half your movement speed to get on or off a mount.
Which is 15 for me, so I can move. And then I will say wardrobe and throw figurines.
Wardrobe.
That's the command phrase.
Is that for the lion or the?
That's the lions.
Oh, the lion. Okay.
Yeah.
Both golden lions.
Yeah, I'll throw you both down. So one next to me and one next to Ron. I'll need one yet for each.
All right, the golden
Cool.
lions appear.
And then I will.
And I think do they get their own initiative?
Oh yeah, I'll just check.
I think they do.
I think they do. Is the way that it's meant to work. They obey, understands your language, obeys your commands. If you know commands. Yeah, it doesn't specify, but
They can just go immediately at the end of your turn instead.
yeah. So yeah,
Alright, when you get on the lion, it can
Yep.
go on your turn, or it can act on its own. Now, if you're controlling it as a mount, it can only take dash, dodge, or disengage action.
yeah. I think I will control it just to make it easier
Sure.
for the thing. So it's got a total
So
of
yeah, that one goes on your turn, and the other one will go at the end of your turn.
yeah. How much movement does it have? So 50 feet. So I've used 5 kind of.
It's got 50 feet.
Movement.
It doesn't have. It doesn't. You don't need to detract your own movement speed off of its movement. So
Or if
you
I was
have a dash,
controlling it as
can
a
move.
mount, though, right?
Yeah. It's still
Yeah.
it's still its own creature. It just goes at the same time as you instead. But it can only take 3 actions: dash, dodge, or disengage.
Right. I'll get it to. To run up to here and dodge. That then.
I think it might.
Good.
That might not
Oh, yeah.
be 50
'Cause I went around
feet,
the corner.
'cause, yeah, if you cut through another
Yeah.
creature's space, or
What was I? Up here. Go. There we go.
and there your other lion goes.
You can sit there and dodge for now.
Okay.
I'll tell him to let the dude ride him.
Okay. Alright.
All right. I'll seeing what Roderick has done. I will mount on top of this lion using 5 feet of my movement, and then we'll.
Control it or let it act independently.
I'm gonna control it.
Okay. It goes on your turn now.
Okay. It's gonna take the dash action. So I think. And that's moving through Nara. one space there, so 95 feet. 50 is its movement, right?
Yeah.
Roderick? Okay.
Yep.
So it can get up to there. So if you'll move it for me, Roderick.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. And I would be on.
You can just pass it off to him if he's going to stay on it. It's fine with.
And then I'll use a little more movement to get there. And we'll start using Kelly. One at this guy with advantage because of the size of my mount.
Yes.
The lion bolts down the hallway, easily catch the hobgoblin, and the lion jumps up. You come down with the longsword and pierce it straight through the hobgoblin, killing it instantly.
Alright. I'll take it out of that one's throat and try to chop the next one's head off.
That's a hit. And you lop the hobgoblin's head clean off of its shoulders. It rolls along the ground.
And then I'll quickly throw a dart at this one. Ah!
It's a miss. It doesn't get through the hobgoblin's armor.
Man, I wish that part of mounted combatant was more than just melee attacks. Okay. That's it.
Alright, the hobgoblin turns to the ogre and says, "Kill him, you big oaf, and you'll get a snack as a reward." And then he moves back and he's gonna ready a shot. "Get in there," he commands the ogre. Okay. Job done. Lily.
Alright, I'm gonna move 30 feet to the south and throw a ding dong at this guy.
Okay. Put this dynamic lighting back as well. Might just move you over a bit there, Thomas. And the hobgoblin lets out a roar of agony. Sorry, the ogre. 18 points of damage. Necrotic damage. The ogre's looking pretty hurt. There's not that many goblins left. We'll start off with the ones next to you, Rend. They just they stay very still and they say, "Stay still. If you don't move, you cannot see us. It senses our movements." And they just stay very still. This goblin's going to jump on the ogre's back and control it in combat. Charge! Ah! The ogre rushes forward, taking a dodge action. This hobgoblin's gonna let out a shot at you, Norin. And that's gonna miss you due to cover. And then the goblin's gonna charge forward and try and attack you with a scimitar.
What a lucky little bastard.
He has advantage because you're smaller than his mount.
Another goblin also takes a pot shot at you, Norin. It misses and it just kind of jumps up and down. We're gonna win this! Nara.
Gosh.
Thomas, let me change to your perspective with the dynamic lighting.
Alright, I'll fly up like 20 feet, take a shot at this guy.
And the fireball wipes the hobgoblin away. This causes the goblin start to panic. Now, what do we do now?
And then I'll fly down and go prone on the table, on the block.
Okay.
Hopefully be out of sight.
Alright, you just land on the table, sprawl.
I'll,
The goblins are moving. They're not moving at all.
Yeah, I tilt my head at him, like a bird, and it's like, what the heck? And then, I will try to bite this one.
Stay very still. It senses our movement. You swallow the goblin whole. Okay.
And then tail swipe the other one.
The goblin's like completely oblivious to what's going on. He's got his eyes closed and his hands over his eyes. And he doesn't even realize that his body's just been eaten. It's working! It's working!
Yeah, T-Rex can't hear because they don't have ears either.
So they're dodging, so that was a disadvantage I missed.
Yeah, I mean, natural one anyway.
Yeah.
Miss.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore him. He can attack if he wants to, I guess. I'm gonna go down to where I hear all the noise. That's 50.
It worked! Hey, where you go? He calls out to his buddy. He hears you stomping off. Alright, this ogre's gonna climb up onto the table. Cost him 20 feet to get up. He stands up over you, Thomas, and he pokes you. Hey! And he's going to attack you with his greatsword. And he slams the greatsword down, missing you as you roll to the side. There's all sorts of crap over these tables as well. Mainly just some dishware and food scraps, mugs, giant-sized plates, things like that. Alright, this ogre is being controlled by the goblin, so it goes on the goblin's turn now. Roderick.
I will shoot the ogre that has control of himself.
Okay.
Maybe not.
The arrow bounces off his arm. A ting! Another arrow bounces off the ogre's full plate.
So, and Lion can dodge this turn.
Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna stab the ogre first.
Alright, he's dodging, so you are at disadvantage.
Oh, the ogre's dodging? Okay. Well, then I'll kill the goblin off his back.
Hit. And you cut the goblin in two. Ogre's gonna reroll initiative now. And he's not dodging anymore because now he has to go on his own turn.
Okay. And we'll kill him. Or attempt to.
Hit. You slice through the ogre's armor. It's very big. It's looking pretty
I'm gonna
injured.
put my unwavering mark on him. I'll try that again.
Hit. You slice into the ogre once more, and he's still hanging on.
And I'm gonna use a bonus action second wind. Good roll. But I'm not gonna move. That's it.
This ogre is going to retaliate at you, Norin, with his great sword. We got you! Ting! You parry him with your long sword, scraping the blade off to the side. Lily.
This guy's standing up here. I can see him, right?
Yeah, he's got half cover from you.
Okay. I'll use a Ding Dong Doom against him.
He's looking pretty beat
Too
up.
bad he's going to save it.
And he just starts to turn to mush. All of his flesh is melting off of his face. He almost looks like a corpse. But the ogre's still standing as he moans in agony. Okay, You hear the goblin that you were fighting run away from you, Tyrannosaurus Ren. And this final goblin, he just screams and runs off. Nara.
Attack that ogre.
Het. You jump up and jam the longsword through the ogre's neck, finishing it off.
How tall is this table?
It's 9 feet tall. You'll be able to reach it. It'll be an athletics check to climb up, and it would cost you 20 feet of movement. You manage to climb up there easily enough.
Attack the ogre.
And that misses. That bounces off the ogre's armor.
And one more time.
Het. You pierce the blade through the ogre's armor into its torso. And the ogre slams onto the ground, dead.
Guess we can't catch that other goblin.
You still flying?
One went like southwest through that circle. Oh yeah, I'm still flying, but I'm prone, so I'm gonna use half my move to stand.
I think that what we can do is, instead of worrying about the goblins and things, I think the Duck Sun's quarters are to the north.
To the north.
You guys hear
Fly down here.
the goblin call out. And when you fly down here, Thomas, you're gonna roll initiative again. Now, as you come around the corner, what you see is this huge fire giant, female fire giant. She's about 17 feet tall, and she wears full plate, and she has in her hand 2 tower shields. She's very, very heavily armored. There's barely a gap that you can see to make any effective attacks in between her armor. And you can see another fire giant, and it appears that there's a group of giants over here. So the fight continues, just like that. A male drow with subtle leather armor, slick back, white hair, pops out from around the corner. He places his hand forward, and he's going to cast a spell. He drops an orb of darkness. It just comes down from the ceiling, 15-foot radius. And he just puts it down there, obscuring this hallway before moving back around the corner. Roderick.
Alright, I will move up some amount. It's... I'll get it to dash just so I can get in amongst everyone. Oh, I let go of the line. And then I will cast Bless at some level. How many people can I see? 1.
Bless doesn't require sight as well, so you can actually bless through the darkness too.
No, cool. Yes, and there's no cephalopod in range. So, what do we have? It's 3 plus, well, it's 12 level plus.
Yeah, 3 for first level, and then an extra person for every level past first.
Aha. Well, I'll just say that I can't see Thomas. So That's how we'll do it. Oh. Don't have. And I'll do myself, Norin, Nara, Lily, and T-Rex.
It's a bless T-Rex.
Yes.
Nice.
Holy is his tail.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all for
Lion
now.
dodging.
Nah, I think probably had to dash to get there.
Oh, it took a dash action. Oh yeah.
Yeah, to get through.
Yeah. A drow's going to come around the corner and shoot into the darkness at Thomas. Advantage, disadvantage. And the crossbow bolt misses you. Another drow. You can't actually see them, but you can hear those distinct sounds of drow footprints that drow make with their drow faces. Appears around the corner, and I have to check the line of sight here a little bit. They're gonna cast a spell. 5th level spell. Synaptic Static. T-Rex and Thomas make intelligence saving throws.
Oh, that's my strong one.
You guys hear a bit of a psychic buzz in the air, and it fills your mind with psychic energy. Bit of a
Do I just click? What do I
Just
click
have like the
first?
present to roll a 20, Red.
yeah. Just click intelligence, like on your ability scores there.
Okay.
All right, Rend, you take
Yeah,
20
but-
points of psychic damage, and you'll have minus 1d6 on attack rolls, ability checks, and con saves for concentration.
Cool.
And Thomas, you take 20 points of psychic damage, and you have the same thing. And actually, I've got a macro that I use for NPCs, and I'll give you guys access to it as well. So you'll see it there now on your token actions.
Is the T-Rex too dumb to be affected?
Actually, I think it is. It's like a 2 or lower. So yes, you actually wouldn't be affected with 2. So give yourself back those 20 hit points.
Wow.
Alright,
Nice.
the con save, you'll still make it with a 28, Thomas, even if you rolled a 6. So you're good for that. You'll get me, the goblin says. And shoots an arrow into the darkness at Thomas. Miss. You hear these enormous footsteps, ground shuddering. This is all coming from the south as well, where it looks like at the bottom of an elevator shaft. And a fire giant's going to hurl a rock at you, Thomas. It's advantage and disadvantage, and you've got half cover against the attack. It's just a rock.
I'll shield. Yeah, make sure you still have a slot. Yeah, I've got a level 2 slot. So
Alright, you cast shield, and the rock breaks apart on impact, bouncing off your shield. Lily.
Okay. I don't know if this is going to be helpful or not. I'm going to try to dispel the darkness.
You cast a spell magic, and the darkness instantly disappears.
Nice.
The lightness reappears.
The darkness returns. Another drow steps up from around the corner and puts a darkness in the exact same spot. a male drow rushes forward. Norin.
Alrighty. So I can't see through the darkness, so I don't know where everybody is. So I'm gonna do lion will dash. And that's 80 feet to get to there. And that's when I can see lots of things.
There are about 6 drow, 3 fire giants, and at the very back, beyond all of that, is Zaltemba jumping up and down. You can't get me, oh, you're so dead! I've got the many drow and big giants, so they're going to get you! You should have never come back here! Yeah.
Okay.
You might have an army, but we have a T-Rex.
Say goodbye!
Let's see. I'm gonna move there with 10 more feet of movement. I have 10 left, but I don't know if I'm gonna use it yet. I am 10 feet straight that way. This is all the lion's movement, I guess. But that, yeah, I'm gonna start off by throwing a. Oh, do I see this crazy looking thing too?
Yeah, there's a
Whatever
shadow
this is.
demon. See a demonic form. Seems to be comprised completely of shadow. Its lower torso is nothing more than a fading wisp. It's accompanied by some drow and all these giants.
I am gonna look up. Is the elevator coming down?
That is a good question. No, it's not. It's just a shaft of darkness as far as you can see.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Judging from,
I know
the elevator, it must be like 500. It's like 500 feet.
yeah. Okay.
So it could fall in one turn.
Well, if it squishes me, it squishes me. I'm gonna start off with throwing a dart at the special-looking drow guy.
Okay, this is the one that had escaped the battle earlier.
I imagine that misses.
That is a miss.
Okay. We'll try that again. Oh, what horrible rolls!
That's a narrow miss. The drow has to actively lean against the
Damn it.
wall. Narrowly avoid it.
Okay, we'll try one more time. Hopefully I can roll, better than a 6. Nope. Son of a bitch. Well, this is not my turn. Okay. Well, and we haven't taken any kind of rests or anything, so I don't have anything back yet either. I'm about to take a beating.
Nara.
I'm gonna move there, and then I'll bonus action Shield of Faith Norin.
Oh, thank you.
I like that
Thank you,
breath
Nara.
of relief there.
I mean, even then, it might not help too much, but it'll help enough.
Can I have to reload load 20? My thing just froze up. Can you end my turn for me?
Okay. Thomas.
So I was probably just hovering just over the ground. The globe's probably, 30 feet high?
Yeah, from the center point, it goes down from the ground up to 30 feet high.
Alright, well, I'll fly up to 30 feet.
You'll be out of the darkness over there, 30 feet in the air.
And I'll use a 6th level spell slot to give those bastards a synaptic static. Oops, I can't. There we go. Yeah, that's good.
I drop a synaptic static. I don't think it does anything for higher level.
No.
And none of these have magic resistance. So I'll roll them with the group check. This goblin's head is just going to explode straight away. The goblin explodes.
Oh, wow.
And all of them except for one elite warrior succeeds the saving throw, which is the closest one. The rest of them are all messed up as they grab their heads and flooded with psychic energy. And one of them will make a con save as well. The darkness remains up. It was minus 1d6 actually. 11 is still a... No. 28. The DC will be 14. The darkness goes down.
Nice.
Can I fly back around the corner?
Can the Shadow Demon cast darkness?
We're about to find out. The Shadow Demon. It just disappears.
I don't know if I like that.
Counts.
Goes into the wall. Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, just literally just goes straight into the wall and disappears. Tyrannosaurus Ren. Oh, Thomas, did you make an intelligence save?
Thank you.
11's not enough.
So, I gotta bite this guy in front of me there.
Yeah. You chomp down onto him, and you have him in your mouth. The 35 piercing damage is not enough to kill him, but he's grappled and restrained, very badly injured.
Alright, and I'm gonna tail whip the guy behind him.
Hit. The tail crashes into the male drow, slamming him up against the wall, leaving him seriously injured as well.
That's it.
Alright, the fire giant dreadnought. This thing is carrying 2 tower shields. They're spiked and filled full of rolling magma. It's going to rush forward. And it's actually going to run past you, Tyrannosaurus. Random provoke an opportunity attack. It can only be a tail.
Yeah, tail.
Coming right at me.
Hit. You smack it with the tail and it barely affects it. When it enters your space and the lion's space, each of you need to make a strength saving throw as it tries to tackle you.
Okay. And then I don't have the...
I
The lion's knocked prone. Alright, when the lion's knocked prone, I think you have to make some sort of check to stay mounted. Or I think it's a dexterity check, DC 10.
Okay, I'll have
save,
advantage on this.
Save.
It's a dex save. Okay, I have advantage.
You're not knocked prone or knocked off the lion or anything. But it also attacks. And it's going to attack the lion. No, it's going to attack you, Nora.
Okay, I was about to say I would just let it attack the lion. I feel
It's not a
no
real lion.
yeah, I feel no compunction to save it.
Oh, actually, it gets to attack both
more
of
of a-
you. It attacks the lion and you for moving into your spaces.
Okay.
It's doing like a charge. It's got its shields down on the ground.
Oh, okay,
Like
gotcha.
a wall of spiked lava and metal, and it just charges forward. That's the initial tackle attack, and then it makes a attack with the actual shield, like trying to jam it into the lion, and that hits. The lion is like dead. It can make a strength saving throw, but I'm pretty sure it just gets completely obliterated. It's going to take a very large amount of damage. Whoops, ignore that fire shield attack. I meant to roll damage. It takes 61 points of damage from the shield charge. And then it also gets to attack you with that shield charge. Norin doing a fire shield attack.
I'm going to use my reaction to warding maneuver that. Makes my AC 28.
Well, it has synaptic static too, right?
Yep. Yeah, it completely misses. Oh, it would have got a 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a 21 would have missed without the warding maneuver,
Okay.
so.
Alright, it misses you, and that's it.
Cool.
It ends its turn. It just, it's basically just shoveling. It's like a plow. It's just plowing forward with the spiked shields. A fire giant dressed in full plate wielding a shield moves forward, and he's got a big bag of hefty looking rocks. He's gonna throw said rock at Tyrannosaurus Ren, and the rock smacks into you for 39 bludgeoning damage. Okay. Next round. This drow is going to rush forward. He's got synaptic static, so he's a little bit messed up, but he's going to attack the T-Rex. It's a crit. Takes 7 piercing and 13 poison. 20 points of damage as he jams its short sword into your leg. He attacks again. And he misses. He's then going to run under your legs for a bit of cover and end his turn there. Roderick.
Alright. I will, my lion, run up a fair bit. Use a bonus action to use the shield bond on the tracks. So I don't think I have a thing for old paste. Some of the
Shield bond from the
ingot of the skull rune.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
Take
bonus
half the damage
action.
to that.
Any damage that the T-Rex takes is reduced to 1, but you take half the damage prevented this way.
Yep. And then I will I'll take a shot at this fire giant.
Tyrannosaurus
To
Rend is sheathed in stone.
we'll make that menacing.
Okay. And you've used this attack on many feeble creatures before, and it never works. The fire giant starts crying. You're scary, yeah. And she becomes frightened of you and takes 14 piercing damage.
And then I'll hit it with a. Oh, that's.
Why you so mean, yeah? Second
Mr.
arrow
Shotgun.
bounces off its armor.
Fear me! That was a warning shot.
Alright, another drow runs up on the T-Rex, starts to stab it. And that's going to hit. Alright, you take 1 point of damage, Tyrannosaurus Rend, and that's 24, so you take 12 points of damage, Roderick. And I think the shield bond ends.
Oh no, it's until it's any damage. I think it says.
Oh, how long does it go for?
So until the
next turn.
Into
Oh,
the next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
The shield bond is still up. You're still covered in stone, and it attacks
Yeah.
the T-Rex again. That hits.
And this is how Roderick dies.
You take 1 point of damage, Tyrannosaurus Ren, and Roderick, you take 11.
Yeah. Nope, there goes Bless.
Alright, Bless goes down. The Drow's still affected by the synaptic static. And he just stays there. Alright, this Drow, one that you haven't seen before, looks very similar to the other one. They must be related.
Yep, looks like an elf to me.
So they're related or we're racist.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm racist.
Or both.
Yeah, both. Both.
Really, are these relatives of yours?
She's a male Drow like the other one. She steps forward and she's going to take this necklace off her neck and then crush it like a crystal necklace. And she casts a spell as she does that. She summons a fiend. Corporeal form appears before you all in the form of a fiendish spirit. She tells it to fuck Thomas up. It's her command. Fuck Thomas up! She says. No,
Jesus.
she casts Summon Fiend. And this one's going to look like the Shadow Demon. It looks pretty much identical to the Shadow Demon that
Is that the
you guys just saw.
is the fiendish spirit from the new Tasha stuff?
It is.
Cool. Yeah, I just read this fiendish because there's like a beast spirit one. Just them.
And then the Drow is going to back up for some cover. The spirit now goes at the end of the Drow's turn, and this giant shadowy demon version of the spirit, which there's no artwork for it, but I don't think we really need it. It's going to manifest these teeth. It flies up to you, Thomas, and it tries to bite you. First attack. It misses you. Second attack. It misses you. Third attack. It misses you. And it ends his turn there. A fire giant in full plate marches forward and throws a rock at the T-Rex. T-Rex takes 1 point of damage, and Roderick, you take 12 bludgeoning damage. Lily.
Okay, I'm gonna use a bonus action to Blade Sing. Oops. Okay, Blade Sing. Thomas, are you okay over there?
Nope.
How high up are they?
30.
Oh, shit. That's not great. I come down here. I'm also going to pop my contingency for a blink. And... oh man, I can't do anything about that demon right now. I'm gonna come after this guy, I guess. Well, let's see. These guys look more wounded over here to me. I'm gonna go after them. I'll use a Ding Dong Doom on them.
This guy.
Whichever one looks the most wounded. Yeah, sure, him.
You
Ouch.
attempt to ring the bell and draw the Drow closer to death. What? Magic does not affect him.
actually can move 10 more feet. Alright, and so I'll end my turn.
Alright, you can try and blink out. You go into the ethereal plane. Alright, this drow has this shadowy weapon, and he's going to move forward, and it's messed up from the synaptic static. He's going to try and hit the T-Rex with a shadowy sword. Miss. Second attack. A 10 is a miss. He moves around here and he ends her turn. That's it. This drow that you've got in your mouth, Tyrannosaurus Ren, is going to cast a spell. And that spell is Booming Blade. You're hit, and the initial damage is 2d8. I think it's only rolling the move damage.
So I take 1 point.
Yeah, I don't know why it does the move damage, but just ignore that. I just rolled it just to check. You take 10 thunder, 6 piercing, and 7 poison. But you'd take 1, and you become sheathed in thunderous energy from the booming blade. And that's 11 damage for Roderick. You feel this thunderous energy snapping onto you, and if you move, it explodes. Norin.
Alright. She doesn't have a sword, so I have no idea what her actual reach is going to be. Yeah. As much as I would like to go after that caster, I think I'm just going to have to deal with the shield lady. Yeah, we're just going to go after her with Kelly. Oh my god.
Wow. That's...
It's highly improbable. That's what that is.
You fumble the sword as you attempt to strike at the fire giant.
We'll try that again. Oh, what is going on?
Blade simply bounces off the armor of this towering giant.
Okay, one more.
Hit.
Thank you, Jesus.
Find a small gap in the dreadnought's defenses, and you jam the blade in.
I mean, I'll put my unwavering mark on her. It's two times in a row. two turns in a row that I rolled like shit. Okay, I'm gonna use my interact with objects to pick up the lion, the lion figurine. Put it in a pocket for now. Yeah, and get ready to defend myself from this giant.
Nara.
And then I'm gonna dash.
Zaltemba is dancing around on this giant platform where the Vonodod used to be before it was constructed. There's all these tools and workbenches, and he just jumps around. Look, yeah! Look who's winning now! You should have not come back here! Vonodod going to break everything! He just jumps back and forward.
Really hate this guy.
Poking his tongue out at you guys. Thomas.
Thing's huge, right?
It's
Or large.
large size.
I'm gonna drop down to the ground.
Alright, as you move away from this thing, it attacks. Tries to bite you. It hits.
That hit.
It chomps you for... It's 1d12 plus some damage plus the spell's level, but... Whoops, I didn't mean to click that again. I meant to click the damage. It's already included in there. Bites you for 19 points of necrotic damage.
Alright. Now that I'm on the ground, I'm just going to point up to it and use my last spell slot, 7th.
Does that do extra damage for 7th? Sunbeam?
No, I don't think so. Let me double check.
Alright, you cast Sunbeam and shoot it straight up at the fiendish spirit. And the radiant energy sears into its side, burning into it for 15 damage. It managed to just succeed saving throw.
Yeah, and I'll quicken a firebolt at it.
The firebolt hits the fiendish spirit, and it resists, taking 7 fire damage.
Damn.
It's pretty damaged though. It's looking injured.
Right, that's me done.
Meanwhile,
Actually, I'll move 5 feet back.
okay. Meanwhile, this actual shadow demon, it just comes out of the wall. No, it doesn't. It comes out here. It comes out of the wall, dashing up to Lily. Well, where Lily was. That's as far as it can get. Just stays there. It goes boo really loudly when it gets out.
Now the guy's stuck in my mouth. I can bite him, right?
Yeah, you can continue chomping down on him. You have advantage.
Alright.
And that hits. And you squash him in your mouth. Dead. Chomp him into pieces.
And then I'll tail whip that guy right there.
This one. Crit. With a sickening crack, the tail breaks multiple rib bones in the drow, slamming her up against the wall, and she's coughing out blood, seriously injured. But she is very tough at the same time.
Alright, just give another roar and end my turn.
A fire giant reaches you in melee, Tyrannosaurus Ren, and he's armed with a smith's hammer, and he tries to do some repair work on you. And ting! Hits you for 1 point of damage. And Roderick, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Ting! Hits you for 1 point of damage. And Roderick, you take 11 bludgeoning damage.
This is getting painful.
I was about to say.
I'm hardly feeling anything. What are you talking about?
Alrighty.
Taking like almost 70 damage, 65. Yeah,
This Dreadnought moves back here. And she's going to slam these shields back down to the ground, just creating like a 20-foot impenetrable wall of tower shields, spike, and fire. And she's going to start running.
Away?
She
She's
steps
frightened.
there, and Nara, you need to make a strength saving throw for her tackle.
Can she approach when she's frightened of me?
Oh, she is still frightened actually. Instead, ignore the strength save. She tries to run forward. She's not able to get any closer. She's just going to do attacks instead. She's going to attack Nara with the fire shield. And miss. And then attack Norin with the fire shield. And
It's still synaptic static.
yes, that's gonna miss you. Oh, actually, she might roll a 1.
Yeah.
That misses you.
Okay, it misses.
And how long is she frightened for, Roderick? Is it just 1 round?
End of my turn. Yeah.
Okay.
So till the end of.
Alright, this drow is going to rush forward and cast a spell. Cast Booming
Wait,
Blade.
do I get to attack him?
It hasn't left your reach. You've got 10 feet of reach as a T-Rex.
Oh, that's out of my reach. Okay.
Still in your reach. Alright, here comes the Booming Blade on the lion. I fixed it up now. The lion is hit for 26 damage. The lion vanishes. And the drow's going to stay there.
Do I need a deck save or fall?
You can use your reaction to land on your feet if you want. If not, you fall.
Yeah.
I think you might still have to make a deck save as well.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's DC 10.
I'll just roll it. Yeah.
You should be able to. I think you can just automatically use your reaction to.
That might be with the feature though.
Anyway, you're on your feet regardless. It just costs your reaction.
Yep.
Alright, when we get down to initiative count 20, we'll take a break as well. Take a 10-minute breather. Roderick.
I will. What's the distance? I will command the dreadnought and that one to drop. So that's like a drop there, I think is what it is.
Yeah, they drop prone in their turn. Or drop whatever they're holding.
Yeah, I think drop whatever they're holding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, the dreadnought fails, and they will do that on their turn. The fire giant, the other one, is not affected.
Now we're using Mangan.
Alright, we'll take a 10-minute break now. When we get back, we shall resume this fight.
Alrighty.
And so they lose the frighten and the Ren's protection's gone as well.
Stoneness.
We come
Okay.
back. Yep.
I'll see you guys soon. How's everyone doing?
Here.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, let's continue. Alright, it's this Drow warrior's turn. He's grabbing his head, trying to fight with the psychic energy that floods his mind, and he's just going to attack Tyrannosaurus Ren. He's going to... Actually, no, he's not. Instead, he's going to... No, he will. He's going to just attack. Normal attack. Miss. And a miss. He jumps to the side, trying to get the psychic energy out of his mind, but he fails to do so.
He was just intimidated by me.
Alright, the female drow spellcaster. She is going to cast a spell.
No, don't like that.
She drops a synaptic static there. Roderick and Norin, each of you make an intelligence saving throw.
I'm the best at these. I'm gonna use Indomitable.
Is Roderick here? Maybe he's not.
He's muted. That's a little better, but I don't know if it's gonna save. Nope.
Okay, Norin, you're hit
Shit.
for 34 psychic damage, and you have minus 1d6 on attack rolls, ability checks, and con saves for concentration. Roderick managed to succeed that, taking 17 points of damage. The female drow is then going to step back and the fiendish spirit
Bitch.
will continue attacking you, Thomas. It flies down and tries to bite you. It chomps and misses. Shadowy fangs chomp onto you. And you're hit for 20 points of necrotic damage.
And we gotta kill her.
You're good with your concentration save. And tries to bite you a third time. Miss. The fiendish spirit just hovers next to you on the ground. Meanwhile, fire giants are moving in. This one marches forward. Throws a rock at Nara. Actually, yeah, just gonna throw a rock at Nara. And poof, it's a direct hit for 29 points of bludgeoning damage. The lapse in concentration causes the shield of faith to go down. Lily, you can blink back in.
Like blink in here. And then I want to attack this drow here. So the blades in your feature, I guess I'm allowed to replace one of my attacks with a cantrip.
Yes.
So I'll do a booming blade and so that's the booming blade.
Hit.
Okay, so here's the normal damage. And then it's 2d8 on top of that.
Yeah. Alright, the thunderous energy poof, explodes into the drow. You see kind of shadowy energy just dissipating away from her.
Alright, and then the other attack will just be a regular attack. Oh, I still have Bless on. I don't have Bless.
14 is a miss. She brings up her Shadow Blade and blocks your attack.
Alright. That's that.
You blink into the ethereal plane. Right, she's badly hurt, covered in thunderous energy. And she's going to attack Tyrannosaurus Ren with her Shadow Sword. That hits. When she hits you, Ren, you take 18 points of damage, piercing and necrotic damage.
Ouch.
And then a 5-foot cube of darkness appears next to her. She attacks you again. And it's a crit. As she pierces into dark tendrils of necrotic energy spread out from the injury, you hit for 14 piercing and 22 necrotic. A total of 36 points of damage. And when that happens, because you're next to this 5-foot cube of darkness, the drow smiles at you and dismisses the darkness. And the darkness turns into more necrotic tendrils of black and purple lightning that slam straight into you, surging with even more foul energy. And you take 25 points of necrotic damage from that attack.
Alright, I'll revert back to Rend.
Alright, you take 13 damage as you revert back to Ren. And that will render you unconscious.
I see what you did there.
And I'll just throw you back in the initiative and sort that out. You're on 4.1. So you're on 0 hit points. There we go. She stays there. Norin.
Trying to decide what's worse here. I need to start moving west anyway, so I'm gonna move. Use 20 feet of movement to get here. Kind of moving through underneath her feet. I guess we're about to find out what her range is. I'm gonna move to there.
She is going to thrust the shield forward at you.
Okay, it's 5-foot range. I'm going to use my reaction to warding maneuver that.
You hold up the sword and use the tip of the blade to block the shield from hitting you. The spikes miss you by about an inch.
The opposite of what you're meant to use them for. She was meant to block the sword.
Use your sword as a shield, and she used her shield as a sword.
If she's still static, if she rolls a 6, then I don't have to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have done that. Because it's a lot of damage. I'm gonna throw. What's the armor situation on this drow?
Studded leather. The studded leather kind of just almost looks like a plane of shadow as well. There's a lot of shadow stuff going on with this drow.
Right.
Actually,
I'm gonna throw.
Has that giant dropped their shield or?
She hasn't had a turn yet.
No. Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna throw just a javelin at that drow.
Hit. The javelin glances her and more shadow energy escapes.
Literally minimum damage on that. Let's try that again.
Hit.
Better.
Alright, when the drow is hit, she falls to the ground and then her body starts to undulate. And it's almost as if you're witnessing a demon die. She turns into this bubbling black shadow, all these little bubbles and tendrils, and then these like darkness tentacles reach up from the ground and drag her body down into the abyss.
Oh, okay. That's very pleasant. Let's.
Her
I'm gonna move
soul
right
was
back
just
here.
claimed from whatever fiend she made a pact with. When you move back, this guy is gonna
Yeah.
check your reflexes with his hammer.
Oh.
And he hits you on the kneecap, and your kneecap armor protects you.
I'm gonna take a swing with Kelly at the dreadnought.
That is
Nice.
a crit. And
Not a bad one
you
either.
jump up and jam the blade into her side through the seams of her armor. She winces in pain slightly, but overall, it's not that hurt.
And I'm going to reapply my unwavering mark upon her,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Nara.
Gonna bonus action fighting spirit and attack the dreadnought.
Hit. Begin cleaving through the dreadnought's armor. Hit. Again. Jump up with another powerful blow. And a 19 is going to bounce off the giant's armor, missing. Meanwhile, Zaltemba continues dancing around. Get them! Squash them, yeah! They were not meant to come back here! They lied! Naughty, naughty!
I killed that guy.
Thomas. Also, sorry. Norin, you were supposed to make an intelligence save, and you were supposed to take a minus 1d6 off your attacks, actually, as well.
I always forget that.
But
Okay, so I don't know.
Well, you already done the attack, so we're not going to retcon it, but just make your intelligence
Okay.
save.
I mean, I'm not gonna make it. I don't think.
Thomas.
Get this thing and just say, "Eat light."
A bright flash of sunlight bursts through the fiendish spirit, blinding it and searing it for 19 points of radiant damage.
Nice. Blinded for my next turn. Try to get a little distance from it. No, I don't think I want to go there. I'll quicken resistant to fire. Let's try cold.
You quicken a ray of frost, and that is a hit. 14 points of cold damage. It doesn't resist. However, it explodes. Make a dexterity saving throw. No, it literally explodes into a burst of fire. Similar to
Of course
a
it
Baylor.
does. Of course it does.
You manage to dodge the full brunt, and from the death throes, you take 10 points of fire damage.
20 would have knocked me up.
A nice little surprise for you. And you're good with your con save. You do get an intelligence save if you're going to end your turn as well. You're still synaptic static to... Alright, this shadow demon is going to... You can tell that it's adversely affected because of all the bright light around this place. This thing here. And it's going to move up and give the help action, start annoy Roderick, so the next attack on you has advantage. Alright, Rend. You'll need a death saving throw.
I'm gonna take the dead action.
Right. You successfully take the dead action. Or you kind of don't because you make the saving throw, so you're not actually doing a good job of being dead. Technically. Alright, this giant's going to run forward, and when it reaches this space, it smacks its shield sideways, trying to tackle Norin and Nara to their feet. Off their feet, to the ground. Both of you make strength saving throws as the fire giant enters your space.
Nah, I'm gonna fail.
And Norin, you're knocked prone. Nara, you managed to keep your footing. With you prone, Norin, it's going to attack with its hammer.
I've been rolling like shit tonight.
First attack. It hits for 23 bludgeoning damage.
If I had just made the save, that wouldn't have hit.
Second
Damn it.
attack.
+1.
And poof, it smacks the
Again.
hammer on you for 21
God
points of
damn it.
damage.
Seb, you're doing that on purpose.
Alright, with that giant on top of you guys, this one is going to drop its shields. It's holding its shields and it just drops them on the ground. I think that's how it works. I can't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it drops whatever it's carrying and ends its turn. I think was what it
shields
said.
are something that is strapped to your arm, however, but I'm pretty sure they count as holding.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it does take an action to take the shields off usually.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
No, I suppose it depends what tower shield, but yeah,
I'll
tower
have to
shield would be
quickly look that up.
strapped.
Because you don't drop the shield when you fall unconscious because it's strapped to your arm. So it's not going to be able to drop its shield.
Okay.
Then again,
Does it lose its AC from it? I don't know.
This is like a kind of just a. We'll just say it drops the shields. I mean, it's using its action to do what it's commanded. It unstraps its shields and it drops them onto the ground.
Okay.
And then it just ends its turn there. And make an intelligence save. It's no longer affected by a synaptic static. You can see it recover mentally from the spell. This drow is going to cast Booming Blade on you, Roderick.
Technically, it's going to cast it on itself.
Yes.
According to the Tasha's, whatever, something or
It's
other.
going to cast on itself and target you. And it does have advantage, but 19 misses. And the drow is going to recover from the synaptic static. Roderick.
I'm going to cast a healing word on Rend. Is that? Oh, right. It doesn't have a. So, what? It's probably an attack.
I hope someone
Okay,
picked up
it doesn't
Roderick's
exist.
axe.
Yeah, my healing word macro apparently doesn't exist. 1d4 plus. That is what the healing word does.
Huh? What? I see everything over around me. I just go back to sleep.
5 more
Just
minutes.
rolls over. And then I will. I suppose I'll make some attacks with my bow at disadvantage against this dude.
Miss. Hit.
It's miserable.
You stab
Should've
him with
cast-
the arrow for 4 damage. Right. This drow is going to attack Ren. And that's going to miss you from Synaptic Static. Second attack misses you. Just roll over to the side and he stabs the ground. And the Drow's still messed up from the Synaptic Static. Alright, it's the Drow Mage's turn. This female powerful spellcaster. She is going to draw a lance. He has a lance, everyone. It's a death lance. It has spooky skulls all over the side. And she's going to start moving forward with said lance and do some
It's a cavalier weapon
stuff. And she's going to she's going to cast a spell. And that spell is going to force Nara to make a charisma saving throw. It's banishment. She attempts to banish you away.
I'll indom that.
You're banished to another plane of existence. A small demi-plane that's nothing more than a perpetual plane of darkness all around you. While you're on that plane, you are incapacitated. So you can still walk around if you want, but there'll be nowhere to go.
We've got to kill her.
This fire giant's going to step over you, Norin.
Of course he is.
And he's going to hammer time. It's a crit.
I'm sick of shitty rolls for me. I'll tell you.
Alright, he swings the hammer, knocking you unconscious. The fire giant then steps over to Ren and brings the hammer down on Ren. And
So I'm not even...
knocks Ren unconscious as well. Both of you are
I'd rather be
unconscious
on-
and stable.
I think I'd rather be on death saves.
Oh yeah, they are not trying to kill you guys.
Yeah, they want slaves.
Lily, you can blink back into existence. For a brief moment you see Nara joining you on the ethereal for some reason. And then
Can't do much about that. Move here.
when you move away, this Drow's going to attack you.
Mhm.
Short sword. He misses.
Alright, I'm gonna move this direction.
The fire giant's going to turn around. Get back here! He swings his hammer at you. And he misses. You're too quick. You dance out of the way.
Alright, I'm gonna use my bonus action to bring a Shadow Blade out, and I'm gonna try to attack her with it. So 2 attacks, and one of them will be a Booming Blade. So, 21?
That hits her.
Alright.
You hit her for 26 psychic damage. She seems fairly tough. And she's got a higher con than +2, so she maintains her concentration. She gets a...
I hit her for
+5 onto
37.
that.
with the booming.
Oh, okay. 37, so DC will be 18. She gets a 16 on that save. She loses concentration.
Alright, the second
Nara
one.
poofs back into existence.
The second one's a regular attack.
Miss.
Ouch. Nice.
She steps back and dodges the attack. You disappear back into the ethereal. And Norin, you're stable, so you don't need to make any death saving throws.
It's making the intelligence save for the synaptic, though, right? Just in case they get brought back up.
Alrighty. Nara,
Not sure we can.
you return back to the material plane.
I'm gonna feed Norin my superior healing potion.
Still laying on the ground.
8d4 plus 8.
Thank you.
Alright, Zaltempa keeps on dancing around. Squash them, y'all! Get them! He's just dancing around on the platform, taunting everyone. Thomas.
Alright. See where we're at. Alright, I'll take one more step.
I was wondering if you could hit the three of us. Just switch sides.
Yeah, that's a straight diagonal, right?
Yeah.
With the two drow and the fire giant, I think.
Yeah, you hit the Shadow Demon, the Drow, and the Fire Giant.
Let there be light.
Alright, a golden beam shoots out from your hand, hitting the Shadow Demon for 64 radiant damage and absolutely disintegrating it. You just erase it from existence. The sunlight schmelts it. It's vulnerable. The next in
And it
line
explodes on me.
is the Drow. He takes a full 32 radiant damage. It flashes in his eyes and blinds him. And finally, the Fire Giant behind him. They are quite fortuitous, but not enough. Ah! Me no see! Takes 32 radiant damage and becomes blinded to the end of, was it until the start of your next turn or something.
And I wave my hand, Obi-Wan Kenobi style, and say I was never here. But I only have enough movement to get barely to the corner.
Rend, you're unconscious, so you don't have to make any death saving throws.
No, okay.
Yeah, they just knock you unconscious. Alright, this fire giant is going to attack Norin and try and knock him back out.
I'm going to use my reaction to warding maneuver.
Do you need to be holding a melee weapon with that, or is it just the...
Melee weapon or a shield.
Oh, when you... Oh, or a shield, okay.
Mhm.
You can use your shield to try and ward it.
It's not going to ward it completely, but I get resistance to the damage.
Alright, you hold up your shield to absorb the blow. It kind of knocks you against the ground a bit, and you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And it'll attack again.
I can't catch a goddamn break.
It hits. And the giant's going to knock you unconscious again. It'll step up to here. Alright, this dreadnought is going to move here. And you'll need a strength save, Nara. It tries to tackle you to the ground by just pushing the shield against you. It knocks you to the ground prone and then steps back, tackling you to the floor. And then it's going to charge. provokes an opportunity attack from you, Nara. Actually, not yet. Well, it's going to. You can make it if you want. Roderick. 23 hits for you, Nara. And you slice it across the leg for 11 damage. Roderick, you'll need a strength save from the tackle attack first. It knocks you to the ground prone, and then it tries to whack you with its fire shield. The shield misses you. Ooh. And the dreadnought just keeps on marching up here and ends its turn there. This drow is going to rush Nara and cast Booming Blade. And it misses. You parry the attack. The drow then moves over here. Roderick, you can use half your movement speed to stand up.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. The question is, do I just do another healing word? See if I fixed it. I'll cast it on Norin this time. Yes, fixed it. That, and then I will cast a Sacred Flame on that drow there.
This guy.
One next to, yeah.
Right, he's pretty agile. He looks up as the holy fire falls down, and he easily tumbles out of the way of the incoming spell. The blinded drow is going to rush you, Roderick, and
yep,
he's going to just take a couple of feeble swipes at you at disadvantage. He's like fully messed up. Not only is he blinded, he's got the synaptic static, and he's just doing these like wild swings.
I was gonna say 22 does hit, but
he's all messed up. He swings again, and he's just way off with his attacks. Swipes through the air, swearing at you in Elvish. Alright, you've blinked away, Lily.
Mm-hmm.
So the drow is going to cast the spell. You see the drow casting a spell, but they don't seem to unleash it. It's a ready spell. You can tell that it's for you. The blinded fire giant is going to stomp forward, and it'll do an attack on Norin. Advantage and disadvantage from it being blinded. It's hammer. It misses, slamming the hammer into the ground. Second attack at Nara. And somehow it managed to hit Nara. By mostly pure luck, hitting you for 25 bludgeoning damage. And then, I think that, when are they blinded till? The start of your turn, Thomas?
Let's see. Fine until my next turn, so
Okay.
it doesn't say.
Alright, so they're still blinded. Lily.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop in here.
As soon
She's
as you
got
come
something help
back
for me.
in, she unleashes her spell, and it's the spell magic.
Can I try to use a reaction to counterspell?
She already cast the spell. She's unleashing it now. So She's already cast it, but you were
Okay.
when that happened. It's a readied spell. Uses her reaction, and she's going to make a charisma check. Any spell affecting you is dispelled, so you lose your blink and your shadow blade.
Okay. That wasn't very nice.
Nope.
Let's see. Shadow Blade it is.
Another shadow blade appears in your hand.
Alright, and I'll booming on her.
That hits. You hit her with a booming blade, flooding her mind with psychic energy, sheathing her with thunder. 21 is a hit. And nice shadow blade attack. More psychic energy floods her mind. She's bleeding from her eyeballs.
Alright, let's see, that was all the actions. Where's my button?
Norrin.
Alright.
You need
Stand
half a minute
up.
to stand up and grab whatever you are holding.
Stand up, grab Kelly. Just having a bad day. First, let's see if we can't get rid of this drow. He's just in the way. I'm gonna assume a 32 hits.
Yeah. You slice him for 16 damage. He's almost dead.
Let's do that again.
That's a hit. And you slice him across the neck. The drow screams as he falls to the ground dead.
This guy's blind, right?
He is.
I'm not gonna be able to get into melee with the other guy. So, use 5 feet of movement to step back. And I'm gonna throw a dart at that guy.
Okay, you have advantage. And it's a crit.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, it's only an extra D4.
Right.
So.
Oh, you didn't roll a 1d6 from your attacks. Minus 1d6. So let's roll a 1d6, because that drow might be able to survive that second attack. Alright, yeah, he would have been able to parry you off with his reaction. So, that Kelly attack misses. He uses reaction to parry you, adding to his AC. But
Well,
the dart attack, yeah, well, I mean...
The dart attack would have been at disadvantage, because
Yeah, that's a miss. Sorry, but you are supposed to roll a minus 1d6. I did not retcon it the first time, but I'm gonna have to retcon it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm just frustrated.
Okay, well, just chill out. It's just a game. Alright, you're still affected by the synaptic static. Just relax. It's okay. Nara, you can use half your movement to stand up.
Yeah, do that. I'm gonna attack the drow. And I'm gonna shift 3 to my AC.
Miss. He parries you. That hits. You slice him for 7 damage and he's still holding on. And he brings up his short sword and blocks your 17. Alright, the Duke's son. He's still dancing around, taunting you guys. Dodging on the platform. Thomas.
Alright, well, I can't hit that drow without hitting Rend. Or the other drow without hitting Roderick.
If you hit Rend,
So-
he'll be dying, so he can make death saving throws, and he can roll a 20. Tactics.
You can also die.
Yeah, I mean that's possible.
Roderick's willing to risk it.
The blinded enemies are no longer blinded as well.
My beard has been damaged, so I could use that belt because it got caught on fire earlier today in that forge room. Last session.
Oh.
Could use the belt to regrow it.
There, that's the diagonal, right? Yeah, so that's gonna hit all 3 giant. This might be my last chance, guys. Eat sun!
Another tube of radiant energy fires out from your hand, first hitting the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought is seared for 14 damage and is not blinded. The other 2 fire giants, they both resist, taking 14 radiant damage. They're looking slightly injured.
Alright, I'm afraid this thing has reach, so I'm gonna stay there. Actually, read that description again, because I think...
Didn't it hit Norman?
Yeah, it hit
When he
Norman
moved out of 5 feet of it?
Not sure if Thomas saw that though. Around the corner.
Yeah, he was around the corner, I guess.
The, do drow have to be in bright sunlight or just sunlight to get affected?
It's sunlight.
I think I do 30 and 30 of sunlight when this is active.
Is it? Is it sunlight or bright light? I think it is.
It's sunlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
So I'll stay there.
Bright light for 30 feet and dim for 30. Okay. We'll see how
The light
drow
is
are
sunlight.
affected. Rand, you're still unconscious. You don't have to make any death saving throws.
Alright.
Now this fire giant is going to rush forward, provoking an attack from Nara. It does a bit of a forward thrust with a knee attack, trying to tackle you to the ground, Roderick. Make a strength saving throw. Nara, you miss. It blocks you with its shield. An 18. Alright, Roderick,
Is
you're
it far
knocked to
enough?
the ground prone. It's enough to be knocked prone.
Okay. I mean, I don't have far to fall anyway, so that's right.
It's gonna just start attacking you with its hammer. First attack, it hits for 21 bludgeoning damage. Second attack, it hits you with a smith's hammer for 21 bludgeoning damage, and it knocks you unconscious.
Yep.
It's the Dreadnought's turn. And she's going to charge straight for you, Thomas, placing these shields on the ground, creating a 20-foot wide, 20-foot high wall of spiked, heated metal. She rushes you, and when she enters your space, she attempts to tackle you. Make a strength saving throw. You
Didn't do it.
don't quite resist. You're knocked to the ground prone, and when you're prone, she's gonna do a shield attack. 26. She hits. and I don't think you need the second saving throw. She knocks you unconscious. This drow is going to cast a spell. He's very badly injured. A globe of darkness covers the drow, and emanating off its buckler, its circlet buckler, it's then going to run this way with the darkness covering it, so it can't be opportunity attack. Roderick, you're unconscious, so you don't need any death saving throws. This drow who's really badly messed up, he's going to disengage. Oh no, he doesn't have to disengage. He's just going to run back. And retreat, still heavily affected by synaptic static. Alrighty, she is facing you, Lily. This drow. Most likely the ones that stole the primordial from Gauntle Grim. Been working with the drow. Sorry, the fire giants. And she's going to cast a spell.
Alright, now, can I use a scroll counterspell?
Yeah, you can use a scroll. Well, I mean, you don't have the scroll in your hand, so you need to be holding the scroll to do that. You need to hold the scroll to cast the spell. So you'd have to use the spell counter spell.
Okay, but I don't have that, so that's why I asked about the scroll.
Okay. Oh yeah. So you cast the scroll, you need to be holding it. Alrighty, and it's 4th level. Spirit Shroud.
Another
A new spell, isn't it?
It is. Let me just make sure it's going to
like
be the description. It's kind of like a Spirit Guardians. Spirits of the dead. They flit around you for the spell's duration. The spirits are intangible and invulnerable. Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals an extra 1d8 damage. It can be to a creature within 10 feet as well, so it does actually work with reach. Damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold, and you choose the type when you cast the spell. Any creature that takes the damage can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. In addition, any creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has their speed reduced by 10 feet. So I guess it's not really like Spirit Guardians, but a little bit. Kind of like Spirit Guardians. And the Drow's going to have necrotic energy coming off of the Spirit Shroud. So it's like 10 feet. So I guess it's like that, a bit smaller, 10 feet. And then that's a bonus action. They did at 4th level. And then they're going to use their Death Lance to attack you, Lily. First attack.
Okay.
I think a lance at disadvantage, actually, because it's within 5 feet. So they're going to miss, and then they're going to step back. Provoke an opportunity attack from you.
Okay, and she takes damage from the booming blade then?
Yeah, the booming blade explodes as she steps backwards.
Not great, but I'll take it.
For 9 damage. And here's her con save. API broke.
That passes.
And did you want to take an opportunity attack?
Let's see. Oh, she wants to attack without disadvantage, huh? No, I'm not gonna.
Okay, she uses her second attack with the Death Lance and misses. Then she makes a third attack and she misses, just doing a bunch of rapid thrusts with the lance. Alright, this fire giant is going to attempt to tackle you to the ground, Nara. Make a strength saving throw. You don't budge. It then continues forward and tries to knock Norin prone. Make a strength saving throw.
As it moves the 5 feet, would I be able to make an opportunity attack before it gets over my space, or how would that work?
The opportunity attack happens after the move.
After?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't budge.
I would like to take that opportunity attack, though.
And that hits. You should roll a 1d6 actually. 17 might miss. 17 misses. The giant then steps back and attacks Nara with the hammer. Missing. Second attack on Norin. Miss. And the fire giant ends its turn there. Lily.
When I start my turn, this thing doesn't do anything to me, right?
No, it doesn't. It's like kind of it boosts their weapon basically. It does slow you down, so it costs you like 10 feet to move there.
Okay. And then I'm gonna booming blade her.
A 16 hits. She takes 24 damage. More thunderous energy rips off chunks of her flesh. Psychic energy floods her mind.
That one misses.
Second attack misses. She used the handle of the lance to block the incoming attack.
Alright, that's a turn. Not a great one, but a turn.
The drow are looking very desperate at this stage. Norin.
Alright, just gonna move there, and I'm gonna use my action to feed a healing potion to Rend. Just a regular one. So it's 2d4 plus 2.
Rend, you're back conscious.
He's gonna be able to do a lot more damage than Orin can. I think that's all I can really do. Yep.
Nara.
Move here and attack the giant, and shift back to regular offender.
$16 is a miss. Hit. You slice into the giant. It's looking slightly beat up. And an 18 misses. The giant interposes its shield and blocks the attack. Alright, Zoltemba can see that the drow are starting to lose, and he's like calling out in giant. Keep fighting, yeah! Beat them! Beat them! Alright, Thomas, you're unconscious. You don't need to make any death saves, but you do need to make an intelligence save at the end of your turn.
Oh yeah, I think I've forgotten about the last 2 turns. Is one enough?
Your subconscious didn't quite get there.
Rend, you can use half your movement to stand up and grab your weapon.
Yep, I'll do that, and then I'll go ahead and use my bonus to rage.
Okay.
And half movement to run away.
Well, I think I'm gonna use my potion of superior, and hope I roll good.
Okay. You drink the potion, it heals you for 8d4 plus 8. 29 healing.
Nice.
Rend, my man, that was a roll.
And then I'll move here. Alright. And then that's let me take that off my sheet. I guess that's it. Alright.
This fire giant's going to rush Nara with a tackle. Nara, make a strength saving throw. You're knocked prone. The giant then starts attacking you with its hammer. First attack. It hits for 19 bludgeoning damage. Second attack. The hammer hits you for another 18 bludgeoning damage. It's a dreadnought. After knocking Thomas unconscious up against the wall, it turns back around and it rushes for Norin. When it enters your space, Norin, you can make a strength saving throw. You don't get knocked prone. And it's going to use its shield on you.
Does that count as 5 feet within his reach as well, though?
Well, I mean, it's after the move. I guess I could opportunity attack, but it's not gonna help. I don't think, because that's definitely gonna knock me back down.
And it hits you for 30 points of damage, knocks you back down. Knocks you unconscious, and ends its turn there. Alright, this drow in the darkness, he books it. He's on the brink of death. And Zaltemba's yelling, "Where you going, ya? Get back, fight! We have a deal!" But he's a drow. Roderick, you're unconscious. You don't need any death saves. And this guy who's on the brink of death as well, he rushes into the darkness. And they look like they're going to flee. And she doesn't look like she holds any allegiance to these fire giants either, because she casts a spell.
Now, is this something I can try to, with the scroll in my hand?
Yes, if you drew the scroll with
Okay.
your interactive object, then you're able to cast counter spell with it.
Okay, and it would just be a level 3.
Yeah, you'll need to make a intelligence check. It's higher than 3rd level.
Ouch! I did not counterspell it.
Make a charisma saving throw. It's banishment.
All right.
The spirit shroud goes down. The drow attempts to banish you. You disappear, and then the drow moves away as you're taken to a demiplane.
Did she take any damage from the booming blade that was on her?
The booming blade explodes as well as she makes her retreat. And it does not knock off her concentration. The fire giant is going to attack Nara with its hammer. Yeah, it's going to attack Nara. First attack, it misses. Second attack, it's a miss. Alright, Lily, you're incapacitated while you're on this demi-plane. So while you're incapacitated, you can't concentrate, and I don't think you can blade sing either. So both of those go down.
Okay.
And it's just darkness all around you. You can run around because you don't actually have 0 movement speed, but it's just there's darkness everywhere you see. The floor is just an endless bounding flat plane of black, and all around you is just utter darkness. Blackness that you can see, but that's about it. And Norin, you're unconscious. Nara, you can use half your movement speed to stand up.
Yeah, stand up.
Both of these
Gonna-
fire giants don't really have any injuries on them. The big one, though, she's looking pretty damn hurt.
I move through there? Is that, I forget if it's difficult terrain if they're this much bigger.
No, they don't hinder your movement.
Alright, I'm gonna move there and switch back to full offense and attack the dreadnought.
Hit. You pierce the blade through her armor for 13 damage. Hit. Again, you hack into her for another 13 damage. Hit. And another 10 leaves her seriously injured. She's got cuts all through her armor. She's bleeding profusely. She's breathing heavily, yet she's still standing. Zaltemba kicks up a fuss about these drow. You can't leave! We have a deal! Keeps on screaming to the drow, who don't seem to be listening. They reply something in Elvish. Alright, Thomas. You're no longer affected by the synaptic static at the end of your turn. Ren.
Alright. I'm going to reckless attack the dreadnought.
Hit. As the dreadnought leans down for a shield tackle attack, you jump up and wallop the axe straight into her neck. Her fiery eyes widen as blood sprays out all over the room. She takes a couple of steps back and shudders the ground as this giant tower just collapses.
Thank God. Alright. Then the next one there, I'm gonna make that one a great weapon master attack.
$25 hits. And you slam into the giant's leg. 29 damage. They look bloodied, but that's not enough to knock them over prone.
Alright, once more for my bonus for killing the other one.
That's a hit.
Oops. Yeah.
This time you knock the giant prone. You slam straight into their kneecap. Taking 36 points of damage. They fall onto the ground prone.
And that's it for me this turn.
This fire giant's going to push its shield into Nara, trying to force Nara to the ground prone. Make a strength saving throw. You just hold your hands up and your shield up and your sword up, preventing yourself from being forced to the ground. They pull the shield back and they come in with a mighty swing with their hammer. That misses. You deflect the attack using your longsword. Powerful magical energy bounds off the blade. Second attack. This time they knock through your defense, hitting you for 13 bludgeoning damage. And these drow are gone. They run around the corner and they yell something to Zaltemba in Elvish and they run off. Roderick, you're unconscious. Soon to be slaves of the fire giant, perhaps. Another drow tries to run off as well. And the other drow leaves you banished, Lily. They continue running away.
That's just rude.
This giant turns around, gets up, and as they're getting up, they do a bit of a cheap shot shield bash at you, provoking an opportunity attack from Nara. You'll need a strength save as well, Ren. Nara, you try to hit, but a 16 does not get through their defense. You don't budge as well, Ren, as you catch the shield. They pull back the shield and they start swinging at you with their hammer. The first attack hits you for 12 bludgeoning damage. And their second attack hits you for another 8. And Lily, you're just stuck. There's nothing you can do except for wait the spell out. You're incapacitated and you're wandering aimlessly in a never-ending plane of darkness. Norin, you're also unconscious. As you're unconscious, you are having terrible nightmares as you're trying to come out of the synaptic static, but it's still affecting you. And Nara, you're up.
Gonna attack the giant attacking rend, and gonna shift 3 to AC again.
Alright, you go into defense mode. Hit. See all this like, blue energy reverberating off your blade as you swap to the defense. 20 hits. You get through the fire giant's armor for another 11 damage. 29 hits. You jump up and jam the blade into the fire giant's back. Fire giant is still standing, albeit staggering around, close to death. Zaltemba starts to panic now, and his tone changes a little bit. What's happening? Squash them, yeah! You are bigger! You are giants! This should not be happening, yeah! Kill them! There's only 2 left! Thomas, you're unconscious. Man, Than would be having a field day here.
Yeah,
We're definitely missing him.
yeah, for sure.
Alright, we're gonna reckless attack and great weapon master.
Hit.
Nice.
And 43 damage. You take both his legs off with a single swipe. He doesn't even need to make a strength saving throw because when you have no legs, you're always prone.
In that case, then I'll come up here beside Nara. Try it again.
Hit.
Nice.
Another big leg chomp. The giant keeps his footing. And he's hit for 27 damage. He's only got a couple of scratches on him though.
Alright, let's use my bonus and pray for a crit. Nope.
20 still gets through his full plate and shield. He doesn't budge as he digs his greaves into the ground. You hit him for 32 damage, and he's starting to look a little rough around the edges.
Alright, I'm gonna just kinda so he can't hit us both, I guess, at the same time. End right there.
Alrighty, the fire giant. He is going to move here, and then he's going to move here, and both of you need to make strength saving throws. He tries to tackle you guys both to the ground, one at a time. He knocks both of you to the ground prone, and then he attacks both of you. He takes a swipe at Nara. And more blue flashes of light emanate off your defender as, although it's just a short sword and this hammer is about 3 times your size, the magical energy still protects you and just causes the hammer to bounce off. Then tries to attack Rend.
Double ones.
And Rend's defense is not so gracious. The fire giant just hits Rend in the head as hard as he can and just still bounces off Rend's head, hitting him for 11 bludgeoning damage.
Rend has a +3 head.
Alright, these drow have disappeared now. They've gone around the corner and they're not a part of this fight anymore. Roderick, you're unconscious.
Yep.
Lily, you're going to be in that demi-plane for pretty much a minute. Norin, you're still unconscious. And you
Wow.
two managed to recover from the synaptic static on round 9, which it's almost about to expire.
Yeah, might as well just let see it through to the end.
Alright, it looks like it's just Nara and Rend I'm just going to take everyone out of the initiative because you guys are unconscious. And we'll see how Nara and Rend fare against these two fire giants.
I'll stand up.
You're up.
And I'll attack the giant and shift back to offense.
Head. You stab the giant in the foot. He lets out a roar and falls down to his knee. You jump up and hit, plunging the longsword through his breastplate for 9 damage. And an 18 is a miss. The giant brings up his shield and blocks the attack. Rend, you can get to your feet.
Yep, stand up. It's reckless and great weapon. And
It's a close fight.
yeah, it is.
Head, you go for the legs. And he falls over onto his back. Blood bursts out of his shin. 29 damage.
Oh shit.
And an 18
It's 18.
is a miss. He has a shield and he uses that to block the axe
Shit.
attack.
Shit.
As he does that, he brings himself to the feet and he immediately charges you, trying to tackle you to the ground, Ren. Make a strength save.
That's with advantage.
You don't budge, you hold his shield, and then he comes in with his hammer. He looks pretty furious at you, Rend, so he focuses on you. And he hits you for 11 bludgeoning damage.
What's my no, I think it's up to 30, isn't it?
It's 25 right now, I think.
Is it 25?
Does it reset? Or because it's another
I
rage? I think it resets, right?
Hold on.
It resets after a rest, I think.
Oh,
Short rest.
okay. He
Shit.
doesn't even try to knock you unconscious. He just straight up hits you to the ground, so you're making death saving throws.
Alright.
He then turns to Nara and he tries to knock you prone, Nara. Make a strength saving throw. You don't budge. And he uses his hammer on you and he gets through your defense, hitting you for 17 bludgeoning damage. Nara.
I'll move there and feed Ren a healing potion.
Like a game of chess at this stage.
Say a Hail Mary prayer to Tyr.
Ren, get your ass up.
Nara uses Rend attack.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good call.
Nara casts Rend.
You
That's why I did that earlier.
jam that potion down Ren's throat. He opens his eyes. Ren, you've lost your rage because you're unconscious.
Yeah, but I got 2 more, so I'll use one of those.
You go back into another rage.
Yep, stand up. And
That's my secret. I'm always
we'll great weapon master and reckless attack.
Head.
Yeah.
You slam the axe into him for 30 points of damage. He's knocked to the ground
so
prone
close.
and he's on the brink of death.
Once more.
And a 21 is a hit. You jump onto his chest and jam the axe straight down to the center of his skull. And the fire giant is dead.
Whew.
Crap,
Wow.
good job, good.
That came down to the wire.
Tell Nara thanks. And
The demon comes out of the wall.
Feed Nora a healing potion too now.
Zaltemba runs off crying and screaming. Ah! Sister! Sister! He yells out as he runs off. You can.
If only we knew. If only he knew, just breathing would knock us over.
You guys can administer some healing to yourselves.
After I'm up, I'll go and feed a healing potion to Roderick. 2, 6.
And I'll do the same for Thomas too.
Oh, well, now Fan's gonna be upset.
Yeah, as this battle
Nara's bumming right now. She can't get that massage.
Than rocks up as you guys finish all healing each other, and he said that he took a wrong turn. He's been looking for you guys for the last like 2 minutes. Where you been? It's been like all fighting, so it's only been like 2 minutes.
I whacked the shield giant that's dead.
You're doing what to her?
I'm just hitting her.
Alright, you kill her with 1 hit. She was just still like conscious. She just started to wake up and you just 1 hit her. It's almost like you 1 hit all those giants last session. Killing her instantly. Alrighty. You guys are back conscious, albeit barely. You'll be unbanished about 30 seconds later.
Okay.
And Zaltemba
Whenever I
had
come
run
back,
off.
I come back.
What was that, sorry?
I said when I come back, I just come back screaming and swinging an empty hand in the air.
Yeah, you look around and all the giants are dead and the drow are gone.
Giants are dead. My sword's gone. I don't know what the hell happened.
Alright, so yeah, Zaltemba has run off. You guys are alive, and we're gonna wrap up the session here.
See, a white is the correct status, everyone.
Still a couple of loose ends to take care of here in Iron Slag, but you can be sure that you've taken care of the bulk of their forces.
I gotta say, that has probably been some of the worst rolling that I have done in a long time.
Yeah, there were a lot of bad rolls when you guys really needed good rolls.
Definitely glad Nara had a couple extra potions on her.
Yeah, when I first fed you that healing potion, like that first one, I debated whether to do that or to attack, but I was like, no, Rin is going to do so much more damage than I could ever think of doing. So, so I fed it to you, and I was right. I was definitely right.
As Dan returns as well, he says that he's not healing any of you guys because you're all conscious. Go heal yourselves. That's what he says. He knocks you unconscious and then heals you. Alrighty. Looks like hopefully Dan will be here with some healing for you guys as well. I'll see you guys.
I'd be more than willing to let him knock me out just so he can get. I only have 5 hit
if you're on like
points,
1 hit point, it might be more effective to knock you out first and then heal you.
Much more efficient, I think.
Hold still. This is going to hurt before it heals.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well done.
Just find one of those tables to jump off.
Pulling that battle
Thank you,
back,
sir.
it was close, but you guys once again pulled through. I'll see you all next week.